With Director Rugby Steve Diamond looking forward to Sunday's Premiership Rugby Cup home game against Doncaster Knights. Dimes were 1 from 1 in the competition so far, bonus point win over Caldy last weekend. What were your recollections after that game?
Well, I think we equipped ourselves more than satisfactory. I think it's a competition where some of the opposition, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. You put 60 on them, it's not worth doing, and it's a close game. No one's good enough, but I think the scoreline was accurate. I think they were really good defensively. I think some of the Nathan Greenwood, for example, played well, and Ollie Spencer played well. So a lot of the young kids, Seb de Chavez and Brett Connon, got through games after missing, the first block. So yeah, happy with the result and the scoreline, and the non-23, i.e. the starting team in the league, we're all training, and we're really supportive of the match day 23. So happy.
Some of the Premiership clubs use this tournament in different ways. What's your approach to it?
My approach is to attempt to win the Premiership Cup, if I'm honest. I think it also builds momentum and gives us some well-deserved team spirit, which you do only get when you're winning. It's difficult to keep morale high when you do lose a lot, and that's what we've been like for 2 or 3 years, not just 2 or 3 months.
We'll move into home games now. We've got Doncaster first on Sunday, but looking at the season in general, this is actually quite a long stretch where it's mainly home games as well.
Yeah, really good period for us, and we've got to make hay, as they say, and not while the sun shines around here, but we've got the 2 Prem Cup games, then we've got Sarries, then we have a jaunt over to France, and then we've got Dragons and Bath here, and that gets us to Christmas. So it's a lot of home games, and we should be used to the weather and the pitches, and try and build some sort of real momentum at home.
We've also got a weekend with no game after this weekend. Does that change your thinking in terms of selection? Because if guys don't play this week, they're probably going to have gone a month without getting any action.
Yeah, most people will come back into reckoning this week, and then they've got a week off. Those who have not got a knock or an injury, and hopefully they'll find some sunshine. I know I'll be looking for some.
In terms of Doncaster, they had a close run game against Sale Sharks last week, a very sort of narrow home defeat, but they're a club that have talked about having Premiership aspirations. What do you expect from them?
Well, I expect a real challenge. The coach, Joe Ford, passionate owner in Steve Lloyd. They're going to be one of the clubs that want to come into the Premiership, and we could be one of the clubs who are in the playoffs. So it's a really important fixture for us. We won't be taking it lightly. I'm not disrespectful of them. I think they're a good side, and they've probably lost a couple of games they wouldn't have wanted to lose, but we've all been in that position. So they'll be coming gung-ho and show what their ability is. So if they do get to the playoffs, they know what they're going to come against.
We talk about that run of home games and connecting with the fans, how important that is. After the final whistle this weekend, yourself and the squad will be going over to spend an hour or 2 with the supporters in the bar. I mean, how important is that? And it's one of the great things about rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, well, at Caldy at weekend and Gloucester the week before, there's, the hardcore of travelling supporters. And after the game on Sunday, we're going to spend an hour or 2 over in the concourse and level 1, have a few beers and just chill out a bit. So anybody fancy having a beer, then we'll be there to answer any questions or take any flack. I don't mind either way.